This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The first Bahamian to win an Olympic medal in track and field, Frank Rutherford, getting a subdivision named in his honor courtesy of Arawak Homes. In an official naming ceremony held on the grounds of the newly developed Frank Rutherford Close in eastern New Providence, just off of Prince Charles Highway, Chairman of Arawak Homes, Sir Franklin Wilson, spoke about the purpose of the occasion.
These occasions are significant for Arawak Homes. Why are the occasions significant? It's because we are naming a subdivision after someone who, in our view, is worthy of being remembered. And so today we come with Frank Rutherford. I am going to limit my remarks as to what I say about Frank because others will come. But I want to assure everyone here Frank Rutherford is in line, given the standards that have been set. He meets the very high standards set for this honor.
The 57-year-old Rutherford captured the bronze medal in the men's triple jump in Barcelona, Spain at the 1992 Olympic Games. The Bahamian legend says he owes a great debt of gratitude to his former coach Neville Wisdom and the late Sir Lyndon Pinling for his achievement.
There is a man that played such a pivotal role inside the things I've accomplished in my life. His name was Sir Lyndon Pinling. A lot of people, when I speak of him, that's why I brought Neville up here. I see Mike Sands there. There's so many people that played a role in my success with all of the obstacles I faced. But the one person that Neville introduced Pauline and myself to, Michael Boy Blue and all of us, this man took a personal interest in us. Every single time him and his bodyguards walk down West Bay Street for him to go to Goodman's Bay, the Beantown Flyers was out there training. And he would stop and talk to Neville, then he would talk to each of us. Frank, you gotta bring your knee up a little bit higher. Pauline, get your feet down a little bit more. He'll be swimming in that water, just checking us out. And he asked Neville about every single one of us. And he knew L.D. Clark, Michael Boy Blue, he knew Evan was, he knew every one of us by our names.
In attendance were Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mario Boleg, Minister of Housing Jobeth Kobe Davis, along with many sporting enthusiasts. The new subdivision off Prince Charles Drive will be comprised of 21 lots, single-family homes and multi-family duplexes as well. Earlier this week, opposition leader Michael Pintard in a statement demanded that the government enforce the environmental laws of the Bahamas which they met in place. Mr. Pintard was speaking in relation to the sunken ship MV Onego Traveler off the coast of South Abaco, which is reportedly spilling toxic chemicals into the surrounding waters, causing great concern for Abaco fishermen and the boating community. Mr. Pintard said the sinking of the MV Onego Traveler is now the second such environmental incident where the government has refused to enforce the environmental laws and impose fines as well. In response to those claims made by Mr. Pintard, PLP Chairman and Minister for Foreign Affairs and Public Service, Fred Mitchell, fired back with the following comments.
And then there was the farcical attempt by the leader of the opposition to play politics with the environment. The Attorney General, Ryan Pinder, issued a statement pointing out that the laws on the environment call for civil penalties, and in order to proceed to the court, you need evidence. If Michael Pintard has evidence about, apart from exuma and hole in the wall, which we're already working on, then present the evidence, come forward. And where does he get the figure $60 million from? You don't just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and then pluck a figure out of the air. So let's see the evidence, Mr. Leader of the opposition. The PLP is working on protecting the environment, not yapping our gums.
The laws referred to by Mr. Pintard in his statement include the Environmental Planning and Protection Act of 2019 and the Ministry of Environment Act of 2019, which empowers the Attorney General and the Minister of Environment to act when these environmental incidents happen. Additionally, they provide for up to $30 million to be levied in fines for each incident. The International House of Pancakes, IHOP, franchise is here in the Bahamas, and the first of two locations is set to open here in the capital in the Marled Marathon with a February 28th deadline. The Ministry of Labor, in conjunction with the Department of Labor and IHOP, Bahamas will be hosting a job fair on Saturday on the grounds of the Department of Labor on Rosetta Street from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as the restaurant chain is hoping to fill some 200 positions by the end of the month. Labor officials earlier this week noted that it is pleased to partner with IHOP to identify suitably qualified Bahamians to fill the employment opportunities and contribute to the growth and development of the local economy. Interested job seekers are invited to pre-register for the job fair by accessing the QR code that is available on the Department of Labor Facebook page or on the Public Employment Service Unit portal at www.jobseekersbahamas.gov.bf. If you are going to the job fair, you're asked to bring the necessary documents. From Grand Bahama, the president of the Industrial Tribunal of the Bahamas, Mrs. Indira Demerit Francis, and executive director of the Caribbean Agency for Justice Solutions, or CAJS, Mr. Bevel Wooding, recently visited the Industrial Tribunal's Northern Region office in Freeport to tour the facilities and see firsthand the CAJS technology that is being used to revolutionize the court. During their visit, Mr. Wooding and Mrs. Demerit Francis met with Vice President Amarales Jones to discuss the positive impact of the smart court system on the local community. The high-level team, which included Nassau-based judges of the tribunal, also had the opportunity to hear firsthand from court staff and users about the improvements the new systems have brought to their daily operations. Vice President Amarales Jones said the Grand Bahama Smart Court revolutionized the tribunal's operations and has helped improve the productivity and efficiency of services offered in its northern region. And finally, the 2023 Bahamas National Chess Championship is heading for an exciting showdown, and competitors trying to stop National Master Valentine Cox from attaining a sweep of the 2023 championships. National Master Cox is in the top position after Round 5, winning all of his games thus far. Young Avian Pride, the youngest competitor and lowest ranked player in the competition, shocked the seasoned player and the highest title player in the Bahamas, FIDE Master Cecil Moncur. Avian pulled off a win against Mr. Moncur in round number 3. The championship is being hosted by Kalina and is a FIDE-rated tournament as well. The finals will go down this weekend. They will begin play tonight, Friday, starting at 6:30 p.m. with round 6 at the J. Whitney Building on Collins Avenue. Round 7 and 8 will begin at 9 a.m. on Saturday, and the final round is set for 9 a.m. on Sunday when they will crown the champion. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jcn Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.